Hi guys. My name is Shubham. I'm the ex-president of eCell and NSUT now. Um, I was the president of the society for 2018 to 2019 batch. I graduated NSIT in 2019. Uh, I was pursuing a bachelor's in computer engineering (COE). So first of all, big welcome to you folks to NSIT for the batch of 2024, graduating 2024, right? So um, I would want to share my experience of being a part of this big, huge, amazing family eCell. And हम लोगों ने in this 4 years of when I joined eCell in 2015. That was my first year in NSIT. And तब से लेके 2019, all those 4 years were just amazing. I mean, I could not imagine NSIT, NSUT without eCell. All these folks, all these seniors of yours who have put together this orientation for you guys, uh, amazing set of folks, most talented folks of NSIT that you'd ever see. I've personally मैंने इनके साथ काम किया है, इनके साथ fun किया है. We've partied together. We've worked a lot on bringing this concept of entrepreneurship on the campus of NSIT, and these folks are just some of the best folks, some of the best seniors that you can get um, while you are in NSUT. So, a bit of background on myself. So, like I said, I was the former president of the eCell NSUT for 2018 and 2019. And I graduated NSIT NSUT in 2019. And I worked in Bain and Company. I started to work in Bain and Company for about 2 years. And now I'll be basically shifting to work with a startup in gaming industry called as Wenzo, and it's also started by a former NSITian who went on to go on Bain, and then he started his own company. So I'll be joining that company in a founder's office capacity. And prior to Bain, while I was in college, uh, which would be basically around 2016, 2017, during my first second year of college, I started my own company, which I went on to then be one of the greatest design companies in India. And we were basically designing these products for a lot of big startups like Lenskart, Co-Mechanic, Airtel, not a startup, but still. So this was what we were doing, what I was doing when I was in college. Apart from that, I have been a keynote speaker for a lot of other colleges as well, like LSR, SRCC, IIT Kanpur. And apart from that, I have also pursued some other educational programs outside of NSIT while I was there, which were London School of Economics for strategic management, and then Stanford University for entrepreneurship and design thinking. Now, while I say this, all these my touch and my grasp, मेरा जितना भी entrepreneurship का जितना सारा experience था, whether वो मेरी खुद की company start करना था, whether वो मेरा कोई foreign university में जाके एक program करना था, even went to Amsterdam for my research in entrepreneurship. तो वो सारी all these things, if there was one common link between me being able to explore and do good in all these factors, अगर वो एक common link था, so that was eCell. How eCell helped me in all these things was when I just entered college, like you guys, when I was just entering college, जब मेरा literally like I think first month or second month था, everybody in my batch they were doing coding or they were getting in core, they were trying to get into societies, everything and that. Um, then I think eCell they released at that point in time. eCell was just 6 member team. I still remember that time in 2015. It was just a 6 member team. Now I think it's a good whole 50, 60 member team. When I was there, I was leading a team of 40, 50 people in my fourth year. It was just a 6 member team, and they started interviewing people to get into the society. I joined the society in October, which was like 2 months just after I joined college. And that was the first time I got to know about startups. That was the first time I got to know about investments. That was the first time I got to know about all these sorts of beautiful world of business and management and building businesses, digital business, internet businesses, marketing, sales, all these things. Because apart from that, because essentially NSUT is traditionally a technical university, and at that point so it was just NSIT, which was just technical, so you did not really get to hang in with a lot of these things, a lot of these concepts. So ESL was my first knowledge point जहाँ से मेरे seniors, peers, we used to share knowledge, we used to sit out in campus, we used to discuss a lot of things, and that's when I got to understand and got to know all these things. वहाँ से I got selected to pitch one of my business plans, I think right after my first semester, and मेरे को कोई idea नहीं था how to build a business plan. So what do I do? Either I can go on Google and try to see what I can do, but I went to my seniors at eCell. At that point, I remember the third year, mein, there was Bhavya sir, there was Amitor sir, and all these guys. As I'm here, how do I do? Because मेरे में ये selection हो गया है, तो आप मुझे help करो. And then they sat with me for 2 nights straight, and they helped me build that business plan. And we went on to win in IIFT, which was a management school at that point in time, LSR, SRCC. We did a lot of these things, and from that point onwards हमने फिर अपना first e-summit start किया था, which you guys also will witness, I'm sure, which is a entrepreneurship fest of NSIT or NSUT. And from there on, talking to a lot of these guys, a lot of founders of startups. I remember I went on with one of my juniors in second year, Prithwik, who's a very good friend of mine. We both went and picked up Chayos founder from his house to bring him to a talk at NSIT. And we had such a great conversation with him in the car. And all these things, the brushes into entrepreneurship, teaching you stuff, giving you a great network and platform to interact with people, like from people from NASCOM, people from different great startups like Chios, and all this would be something that without eCell is not possible. eCell as a society, eCell seniors as individuals are they have this sort of passion and energy to drive and bring the essence of entrepreneurship from the industry to the campus. And I think in that sense, my entire journey of whether it was starting my own company, or whether it was even getting into corporates, or whether it was now getting into startups, eCell or being a part of eCell has been a very, very big contributor. I have, even in job interviews, even in everything, they've asked you, okay, I see that you've been a part of the society. What do you guys do? How do you guys do it? It's actually a great experience to be. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of your seniors this year, they've already mentioned a lot of things about eCell and the orientation, and eCell is all that plus more. So yeah, I would urge each and every one of you to be actively involved in eCell activities, and every other things that we guys, these your wonderful seniors have been planning for you. Now, talking about what exactly we wanted to do when we were thinking and conceptualizing about eCell. Yeah, कि यार eCell होना क्या चाहिए? Entrepreneurship cell का exact motive क्या होना चाहिए? Especially एक technical university में, especially एक one of the topmost technical universities में. So the role of eCell that we envision, जो हमने सोचा था कि हमें eCell बनाना क्या है, that's basically that we wanted to have like-minded, energetic and passionate people जो कि कैंपस पे हो, उनको हम एक साथ एक सोसाइटी में एक ग्रुप में लेके आए, and we have great discussions, we have great knowledge sharing. And apart from that, we as a group make sure that if there are some brilliant ideas, whether within the group, कि कोई ईसेल का मेंबर है जिसको बहुत अच्छा आइडिया उसके पास, or even in the campus, if there is someone within the campus who's not a part of eCell but he has an idea, then they can come to eCell, they can discuss, we provide them with knowledge, we provide them with manpower, कि हमारे eCell के लोग can help in those companies, and that has happened. I think Womanite is one of the very, very first eCell startup that has gone on to become one of the topmost NGOs of the country today. And I am very, very fortunate to know the founder क्योंकि वो मेरे first senior थे eCell में. He was a third year when I was in first year, and now he's leading one of the best Womenite, Harshit Gupta. He's leading one of the best NGOs in the country. And जब उन्होंने अपना विमेनाइट स्टार्ट किया था उस टाइम पे यार नहीं, यू डोंट हैव फंड्स, यू डोंट हैव मनी कि आप एक हायर कर लो किसी को. eCell members actually worked with him to build that company up. And same happened with me. जब मैं अपना company start कर रहा था Lean Track, which was a design company, my co-founder and my very first employees were all eCell members. My co-founder was an eCell member. I met my co-founder because I was in eCell. He was in eCell, and eCell has been fantastic place to be. I mean, if it was not for eCell, I probably would have not been able to, get build that sort of a network where I know people from Sequoia today, which are in venture capital. I know people in NASCOM. They know me by name. So I think that would have not been possible if I would not be in eCell. उसके अलावा working in management consulting, if you're looking to work in management consulting or investment banking or these kinds of platform, uh, just being in the part of a technical college does not really help you. You need to know a lot of these things, know a lot of terms, do a lot of non-technical stuff as well. And I think one way is that, yeah, you can hustle around your way in college, and then you can do Google some stuff, network on LinkedIn, and I strongly recommend that you guys do that stuff. But apart from that, you spend a great deal of time जब तुम campus पे होते हो, या फिर जब तुम normally, I understand that you're not in campus right now, but even when you're interacting on your laptops or whatever, you're still spending a great deal of time in college. Now, how can you best utilize that time where you are actually in college, when you're not in your room, when you're not Googling, or when you're not reading on learning stuff on YouTube or type reading through LinkedIn? When you're in college, how can you best utilize that time to make sure that you are heading towards the right path? And that's where societies comes in. And then societies such as entrepreneurship cell, which has great alumni network. I'm talking to you guys, but uh, in addition to me, we have a big alumni network now. Four batches of eCell have already passed out, and they're placed at some wonderful positions. You know, they have seen the industry from in and out. They're doing some multiple great stuff. So you have great alumni network for eCell. All your seniors right now, who are my wonderful juniors, best possible people. हमने इतना fun किया है साथ में, हमने इतना काम किया है साथ में, and these are the best people that you can ever actually get on campus. So guys, pick their brains, you know push them to make sure that they pass all their knowledge that they've gathered in their 2 years, 3 years, 4 years to you guys who've just entered, to make sure that तुम्हारे 4 साल बिल्कुल worthwhile हो, right? And and you can see my passion about eCell, because I've not been connected to the society for about a year and a half now. Last I just came as a guest at eSummit last year. But when they asked me to do this, it's eCell as a family is such a great bond, because it's not about work. We've had some great parties, all the great parties, all the great events, all my memorable parties, and the events that I don't remember, all have been a part of eCell parties, or all have been a part of eCell gatherings. My Some of my best friends in college have been because of eCell. We went to Mumbai together to participate in NEC. Then we, kept partying here and there. We had eSummit coming in, so it's a very lively, it's a very great group, and it's a very great social group as well. So when you're in college, you should not just focus around ki yaar, how do I just go in classes? How do I make sure my attendance is top notch? How do I make sure my grades are top notch? I think that eventually comes in. But what you should also focus on if you want to be successful uh, in your 4 years at NSUT is, how are you social? How are you making friends? How are you networking with people? How are you actually exploring different aspects of your personality? And I think ESL is, apart from being a very, very educational and a great professional society, it is also a very good social platform. You would be organizing events, you would be organizing fests. Apart from that, तुम लोग SIGs ले रहे होंगे, student interest groups. You'll be giving some lectures when you are in second, third year, to your fellow juniors next year. That will boost up your own, confidence of doing these things. I remember I organized. I mean, I did, like your juniors. We as a team, we did organize one of the all night hackathon, and things like these, and I'm sure that an all night hackathon in for a technical for non-technical society never happened before that. And I think all these, the first time, the first disruptions are something that eCell is trying to cause. And being a part of eCell, for me, for my 4 years, was the best possible thing that could have happened to me. And I'm sure that for you guys also, eCell should be the priority where you're looking forward, and make sure that all the wonderful seniors who organize this, all the knowledge and experience that they've gained from eCell, you make sure that you also get that from those guys, right? Finally, I understand that you also have questions about, okay, if I'm a part of eCell, does it also help me get a job? Because let's face it, everybody, we want that we are at a good standing जब हम यहाँ से निकले 4 साल के बाद. Let me tell you, if you are one of those guys who are looking to get some type of a job or a position in a non-tech world, be it management consulting like Bain, BCG, McKinsey, or be it investment banking, or be it startups, definitely startups, they do ask you about eCell. They do ask you what did you do in eCell, because let's face it, in your 4 years of time you'll do some couple of internships here and there, which obviously will count in your resume. And eCell obviously helps doing that, because when you're trying to get your first internship, you don't have any work experience. So what really counts is being a part of a really good entrepreneurship focused group, or this group might help you get a network which might help you get an internship. So definitely that set aside, in my job experience personally, whether I applied to Bain or my new job, specifically where I'll be joining in, which is like more startup building job, they do ask you about, hey, you say that you've been a part of eCell. What did you do there? How did you guys come up with this thing? Sorry about that. Specifically, when you're a student, how did you make sure that all these things are happening around in campus? How are you building entrepreneurship spirit on the campus? All these things actually add a lot of weight to your resume, which eventually also give you a lot of talking points in your interview. So it's a fantastic place to be. Apart from that, obviously, NSUT's entrepreneurship cell is one of the very most reputed entrepreneurship cell in the North Indian region. We've won several awards. We've conducted several competitions like Delhi Entrepreneurship Challenge and all these things in the past. Our social media reach and everything, you can go on and check out. It's our team has spent a tremendous amount of time in doing these wonderful things to boost up our social media campaigns and everything, and we are one of the most followed pages on social media as well. So all these things, clubbed together, I can go on and on about eCell. मैं पूरे 1 घंटे 2 घंटे इसके बारे में बोल सकता हूँ, because my 4 years have been spent into this society. But if I were to describe it in one word, it would be home. It would be your home in NSIT, NSUT. And whether it's good times or trying to find guidance in tough times, or whether it's celebrating your successes, or whether it's coming back from your failures, you would find eCell and eCell mates and eCell seniors right behind you, and eCell alumni as well. So that's it from my guys. First of all, congratulations on being a part of NSID. It's a difficult task to be. You guys are really wonderful students who have managed to actually now come to one of these great institutions, and where you have great people around you who you can learn from. And then I would say that do actively take part in whatever your wonderful batch of seniors are organizing for you at ESL, because these guys have put in a lot of effort for just for you guys to make sure that you get the maximum amount from your time here at ESL in 4 years. एंड इसके अलावा डू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ फन. मतलब सिर्फ पढ़ाई एंड अटेंडेंस वगैरह में मत लगना. हैव पार्टीज, have great times with societies and friends, make a lot of friends, do join a lot of societies, and yeah, do join eCell, take active part in eCell. Thanks. And feel free to reach out to me over LinkedIn, Instagram, or ask any of your seniors if you want to talk to me personally. If you have very specific doubts I might not have addressed about eCell or otherwise about college life, you can take my number from any of your seniors who have organized this, or you can personally reach out to me over LinkedIn. My name is Shubham Kumar, and thanks, guys. Bye bye.